Okay. Okay, we're going to get started with the good stuff. And then if you guys could please stay on at the end when Jillian gets off, because I have to tell you like what I've done based on what she's said for you. You guys are going to freak out. So let me first just introduce her properly and then we'll get to this. But Jillian Joyce is a wife and mom to 2 little boys. Her background is in education, where she taught for many years and led as a school principal for many more. While on maternity leave, her pathway changed direction when she was introduced to activation, which she fell in love with. And naturally sharing her discovery with others then opened the doors to allowing her to stay home for longer as the mom. Today, she is now retired from education, and she is passionately supporting others to create a life of health, vitality, and freedom. And I want to tell you guys a story of how I met her. This was accident, okay? This was a notification I got on Facebook that Marisa Harrelson has posted in her team page. And I was like, oh, and I never click on it. And I clicked on it, thank you, God. And she was doing her team call. And in the introduction, she said, we're going to talk about whatever and boards. And I was like, what is boards? And so I tuned in and I watched and I heard about boards, and it led me to Maria, and Maria led me to Jillian, and also the 12 days of Christmas that we're doing right now. The whole entire template is from her, like, and her heart to share everything that she does with all of us is just, I'm so grateful, like, for your mind, for the fact that you found boards, for your organization, for all of it. So I can't tell you enough. Like, I hope one day I get to hug you really tight and thank you so much for this gift, because I've been using it, and every time I use it, I'm just like, wow, so easy. So, okay, I first of all, before we get into boards too, I just would love for you to give the team a little background of how you were introduced to LifeVantage and why you said yes. And then you can kind of go into the story of how boards came your way as well. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And hey, everyone, really great to meet you all. As Tanya shared, my background is in education. I was on maternity leave when I was introduced to LifeVantage. I was pregnant with my second child, and a really close girlfriend reached out to me to share the information on Protandim. She did that because she knew a bit of my family history. We've had a bit of a rough run. I lost my sister when she was only 21 after open heart surgery. I've also lost my dad to cancer when he was only 58. I've lost a brother-in-law at 35 with, another condition, and, and little things kind of knocked on. So we've had a bit of a rough run when it comes to losing some significant members of our family. And so for me, taking care of our health was always a priority. In saying that, I was never one to take huge amounts of supplements. And that was because I knew that quite often when we took supplements, your body couldn't always absorb it. And unless you knew that that was specifically what you needed, it was often quite expensive urine at the end of the day. So it was, I took things that I knew I needed, but that was about it. So when my girlfriend reached out and told me about this product, I started to look at the information, and I'll be completely honest, I was not a quick convert. And it's funny because we go back and look at the messages and laugh about it today. She shared information with me over 8 months. Now, part of the reason it was so long is because I was pregnant and I wasn't interested in introducing anything while I was pregnant. But in saying that, towards the end of the pregnancy, I was like, I'm definitely going to be trying this once I've had Bub. So I had bought the product and had it sitting on a shelf in my cupboard. Now, fast forward, I had Bub, and it was 6 weeks down the track, and flu went through our house and we were all sick again. My 6-week-old got a sniffle as well, and I felt like the worst mum. And I was like, where's that stuff? I need it now. So I found it, started taking it. And from there, I also just naturally started telling other people, I'm like, you've got to hear about this product. Like, new in Australia. I don't think anyone knows about it. It does something, like I didn't even know the correct information. Like it was, just giving people lots of great energy. It's keeping them really healthy, just some really basic key benefits. And my energy and excitement alone, which I think is something we all need to remember when we're building this business, but my energy and excitement alone was enough for people to say, hey, can I try that too? How do I get it? And I was like, well, let me find out. And that's how I became a distributor, just so that I could share that information with others and help to get the product to them. So from there, I started sharing in our area. I was the only one within an 800-kilometre radius that knew about LifeVantage in our area. It was in other parts of Australia, but definitely not where I was. And so I sort of had to become a little bit of an expert just with the local community, people who wanted to know about it. And so that led me to learn more. And the business just grew from there. The few people I had shared with had some amazing results. They wanted to share it with others as well. And that launched my business. And from there, it's been 6.5 years now sharing. So I'm a Pro 6 in the company, which I know there's plenty of people that get a lot further ahead than me. Others are a shorter journey. Like it's just, we're all on a different journey. And I just know though that in that time, the number of lives that have been touched and blessed with what we have, it's worth it. Whatever rate your journey is at, it's worth it just for the lives that we change and the community that we're a part of. And I always love giving back. And, the Boards app is something I have been working on since the beginning of the year when they first launched it. So it was only developed at the very end of last year. Some of you probably know Jessie Lee Ward. She's a massive industry leader. She trialed it for the company, and that's when I heard about it through someone else who was using that. And I was like, I need to know about this because that sounds like exactly what I have been looking for forever. And so I jumped on board straight away. So I was one of the early adapters with it. I did mention it to a couple of other leaders at the time, and they're like, we don't need more tools. We don't need, and I'm like, that's okay. I'll just do it with my team. And so I've just used it for myself and my team for the last 10 months. And it was when I had Maria jump on and do a third-party call for me. And I was talking to someone who was interested in the business. And I said, this is one of our systems that we use. And I just gave a quick demo, and Maria saw it and she's like, how do I use that? And since then, it's just sort of gone viral. So I'm happy to share it because I believe that, we all need to be helping each other because that's what our company has always been about. It's always been about sharing and giving back. And I know there are so many other things that I cannot do as well, but there's always been people that have given their heart and shared what they've had with me. And so I'm happy for anyone to use this. I always appreciate when people like Tanya reach out and ask permission. I think that's beautiful. And I think that's also, really lovely to do that. But I am happy for people to use it. There's no point reinventing the wheel when there's something that already works. So happy to share it with you today. So that's my longest story, Tanya. I hope that's okay.
Yes, amazing.
Awesome. So we'll get straight into it then. And just quickly, I'd love to hear from you all. Is there anybody, perhaps pop in the chat, if you've never used Boards before, pop a 1 in the chat. If you've never used it, haven't downloaded it, don't know what it is, got no idea what I'm talking about. I got a couple of 1s. Great. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you exactly what Boards is. Now, I will show you how to access it as well. So basically, all you need to do is go into your app store and download an app called Boards. So whether you're on a Samsung, an iPhone, whatever smartphone device you have, it's available on all devices. It's a white background with the word Boards in black. So I'm just pointing to it here. So this is what you are looking for. Now, once you have downloaded this app called Boards, it will take you through a little step-by-step process of setting up your account. At one stage, it will give you a warning message about accessing personal information, etc. And a few people balk at that. Just to let you know, when that pops up, it's just saying to you, do not store passwords, credit card details, banking information, any of your personal details inside the Boards app, because it is a public sort of an app, and while your boards are private, they are easily shared, and they don't want you to share personal information by accident. And it's also not a secure app in the sense that you would have like a banking app. So it's a different level of security. It's a social app. So don't store personal information. That's all that warning is. So download it, tick that box, and you'll have an email address that you set up with that. And that is how you will gain access to all other boards. So once you have this boards app, it'll also walk you through the process of enabling it on your keyboard. So what does that look like? Well, if I open up my messages, and let me just find you, Tanya, and I'll use you as an example. You're going to get spammed with lots of messages. So just to show you what it looks like. So on my keyboard, you'll see down the bottom this little globe. So once I've enabled it in my keyboard settings, you will have a globe appear if you have an iPhone. If you have a smartphone, it's actually a two-step process. So it's another little feature on the other side. You click it once and then you click the globe. So it's two presses as opposed to one press. So that's what it will look like on your keyboard. When you click on that globe, you will see, so let me just go back to here. So you'll have all these boards. So I've got my personal board. I've also got other boards that I've created for other things, and I'm also a part of some other people's boards as well. But Activate Wellness is the board that we will be adding you to if you wish to use this. It's completely optional, of course. You might just want to create your own board, but like I said, don't reinvent the wheel if you don't want to. And so Activate Wellness is what I have created for my entire team. Now, inside this, and the reason I'm just showing you quickly from inside a messenger is because this is how it's utilized. So inside any messaging app, so whether it's text messages, email, on Facebook, Messenger, anywhere where you can type text, you can access this board with that globe feature. And you can basically shortcut messages to people. So some of you might have shortcuts in your phone set up just through keypad, and you have to remember. So for example, for me, I always shortcut things like our Zoom link, so or our Activate Wellness community. So I just go to AWC and it gives me the shortcut like this. But you have to remember all of those little shortcuts like off the top of your head. Through the Boards app, so when I click the globe, I have got access to absolutely everything and anything that I have put into the board. So let's say you've got a customer who needs a little bit of extra care. They've set up a subscription, or they're looking at why should I have a subscription? There is a script here that you can send straight to them. So why a subscription? They said, oh, why do I need a subscription? Well, here's a reason why, and I can text that straight to them. So let's have a look at what this says. I strongly encourage all my clients to select the subscription option as it provides them with a 20% discount on all products. The subscription is free and there are no lock-ins, and your future orders can be cancelled or changed at any time. A subscription just provides an easy option to ensure you have enough product each month delivered to your door. So it just gives, it's just a simple answer. You don't have to think about this and type it out. It's already done for you in Boards. So there are scripts for all sorts of customer care, and I'll take you to the Boards to give you a walkthrough on the rest of it, but you'll also find images, all sorts of things, and it's all just easily popped into a text message so that you can send out. So I'm going to take you to the Boards just so you can see it a little bit more clearly. So this is the exact same board, but this is the back office end. This is where you can look at them first and go for a little bit of a navigate without accidentally sending messages to other people. So this is just where you can check everything out. So inside Activate Wellness, we have several folders set up for all different parts of building your business. So you might be launching a new distributor. So once they've enrolled, you can basically walk them through these step by step. Now, this is the process I take my distributors through. Tanya might have a slightly different system, so some of these may vary a little bit, but you can still use it as a guide and edit it to suit yourself. The DMO, daily scripts and actions. Now, this is where it's just a little gold mine, a little treasure trove. There are so many things in here that you can use so that you can basically be doing your DMOs or your daily method of operation on autopilot. You might be thinking, oh, what have I got to do today? I'm a bit stuck. let's go to the DMO folder and start at the beginning. So first thing we should do every single day is find, add, and message people. Well, who do I find? Who do I add? Who do I message? Well, here's some suggestions. We could go to a Facebook group. Here's some scripts. And just so you know, any with those red exclamation marks, that's just instructions for you and to give you some ideas. That's not a message to be sent to anyone. So I've used that across the board in all places. If you see 3 red exclamation marks, you're not going to send that to somebody. That's for you to go in and just have a look at how I can do that, like a little bit of training, mini training in there. But it might be that, okay, I'm going to find someone who's in a health/oxidative stress type situation where they need to focus on the products. So here's a suggested script that you can send to them. And once you're in Messenger and you send that one to them, so if I'm messaging this to Tanya, so Tanya, I'm in DMO, spam, Facebook groups, I'm going to send that to you. All I have to do is edit the name, edit the group that I added them into, and insert how long you've been focusing on that area for, and then press send. So it's a script already done for you. You just have to fill in the blanks, basically. You might be looking for people based on location. So you might search for somebody who's in the same area as you. Here's a script that you can use just to find them, add them, send them a message. So finding, adding, and messaging people every day, there's lots of options there for that. That's something we should be doing every single day, building your network. Then there is invite scripts or building rapport scripts that I should probably do next. So once we've added somebody new, we want to build rapport with them. What sorts of things do we ask? Well, we can follow the LORD or WORD, whichever acronym you use: location, occupation, recreation, dream. There's some suggested different scripts in each of those that you can use just to initiate conversation. Of course, you want to add in your own little bits, make sure it sounds a little bit like yourself, but it gives you a guide, and you can use them exactly how they are if you want to. Then we go into the invite, and you might have a product-focused invite, you might have an opportunity-focused invite. There's all these different suggestions. There's just oodles of things here that you can go and search through. I won't go through all of them now, there's far too many, but you've got the idea. You can invite people at the click of a button, or you can find something that suits. Tools and teams, so this is connecting people to a tool or a team. Here's some suggested scripts to connect people in 3-way messages. You've got pricing options, so just a couple of suggestions based on whatever market you are in, because I always like to offer a good, better, and best option when people are asking, well, what would you suggest? And I'll say, well, this is a good option. However, this would be better, and this is definitely the best. And it gives people, so there's wording there that you can use for offering good, better, best. Sending cards, a follow-up and a close set of scripts. So, what do you do when you want to follow up with someone who said, oh, yeah, I'm going to get it? Well, here's your first follow-up. They still don't place an order. All right, let's tag them in another story and send a message. What about the third follow-up? Okay, excited for you to get started. Did you have any questions? Like, these are just some different wordings for different follow-ups. There's others there as well. So there's stacks of them. Just go through and have a little bit of a look. You can find whatever suits you. Our DMO is there for all the things you should be doing. Birthday messages every day as well. I always tell my team you should be doing birthday messages every single day. It's an opportunity to, first of all, delete anybody that you wouldn't actually want to send a birthday message to. Get rid of them off your friends list, delete them. It's also an opportunity to reignite conversations with people and, touch base with them. And then if you're looking at it and the last time you spoke to them was a birthday message the year before, well, you need to put a little bit of effort into that person, or if you're not going to talk to them, get rid of them off your list, make room for new people. I've got a feminine and a masculine, because feminine, I tend to put, hearts and cupcakes and flowers, and, the masculine one's a little bit more manly. So I got rid of those bits, but you can make your own, of course, as well. But, that's one thing we should be doing every day. So other things inside the app, there is so much here that you can really spend a long time looking, but product information is always a big one. There are lots of great tools in our LifeVantage app, and please, if you're using the LifeVantage app, keep using it. Those videos will always be up to date, the most current, and the newest stuff being uploaded all the time. However, we also know that LifeVantage has a lot of videos and tools and things that they won't ever put in their app. And so we need that at the touch of a finger. So in here, you'll see a whole series of liquid collagen scripts and posts and bits and pieces. I've actually just popped in a new collagen study down the bottom. It's not on our collagen, but it's a really good tool to share with people. Rachel Carrick just shared that one. There's also the studies. So, you know, I've put this one here, which is a page which shows all the different studies, a quick summary, and then you can click on this for the link to the full study as well. So you can use that to find studies easily for yourself, some of the other validation, etc. There's also a place back on the main board, frequently asked questions. So a little while ago, actually it was quite a long while ago, quite a few years ago, we actually had a doctor come to Australia and he came all the way to Rockhampton. I'm a little town out of the way. I'm on the coast of Rockhampton even, so a very small place, but they came to our town because we got enough numbers for it basically. But one of the trainings he did with our team was to go through the top 20 objections or frequently asked questions. And with that, I compiled a list which I gave to my team, and I used to store it in our Facebook group. And I also had it in my notes section on my phone. So every time someone asked the same question, I could quickly go over, copy it, paste it, copy it, paste it. It was frustrating at the time because people didn't create their own lists and they would just ask the same question over and over again. But these are the same questions that get asked every single day almost. So now we all have them at our fingertips. So whether it's a frequently asked question like, you know, how long until I feel it? Is it suitable for children? Why is it on eBay and Amazon? Does it interact with other drugs? You know, is it vegan? Is there non-GMO? Do I need to show my doctor first? Like all these questions, these are all ones that I have collected in my last 6.5 years of being with LifeVantage that I get asked all the time. Now you've got the answers for yourself at the touch of your fingertips. So they are all there that you can use, plus a couple of videos that are from LifeVantage. And then the objections, you know, people come up with money objections. This is the same stuff over and over again. Well, here's some scripts that you can use, time objections, pyramid scheme objections, you know, like all these ones that's the same stuff every single time, but here's the answers to answer those super easily. So they're all there. Support numbers, of course, just customer service when you need to send that to someone quickly. Depending on what market you're in, you can just flick that off quickly. You know, hyperwallet details. So there's a bit of support stuff there. Training and resources we're building up all the time. Just, you know, like someone might be new and they'll be like, oh, what's your top books? Well, here's some recommended books that you could use in different areas, you know, and leadership ones and podcasts, etc. So all there. Social media is a big one, you know, training on social media. We've got the training side of things, and I've put the launch guide here that I created for our team a long time ago. But basically you can go through, set up your profile. You can go through building a social media presence. So this is just training side of things, but you can share this with your team easily. It's a tick of, you know, the ATM method or following up and closing. So all that's there, traction marketing, etc. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, and I don't mean to overwhelm you all, but you can go and spend time searching through it. I think the best way to use it is just to start in one area. So it might be that, you know what, I'm going to be consistent with my DMOs. So I'm going to use this folder for a week consistently for an hour a day and just send stuff out of there. And you'll start to learn to navigate your way around it. Then it might be, well, from doing that, I'm getting a lot of questions. So I'm going to come down and make sure I'm using these ones here as well. I do put events and trainings, and I try and keep this as up to date as possible. So Rock the Rhythm stuff, all LifeVantage things. Of course, you know, there is Activate Wellness, which is the team that I have developed and branched out with Maria and Kerry now. They've joined in to be a part of that, so that we're all Activate Wellness now. So that's all of their events and things in here as well. We're doing a 12 Days of Christmas, which Tanya's doing with her team. So all of that's there. So some of it may not be applicable to you because Tanya's doing an amazing job of leading you guys and has a lot of stuff for herself, but most of it is generic. Anyone can use it. So yeah, is there anything else in there that you want me to cover at all, Tanya, or have we got most of that?
You guys are your minds blown. Like it's this easy. It's as easy as you think. Don't let all of the information that's in there overwhelm you. Just know that when you want to say something to someone or send something to someone, it's there at the click of a dime, literally. Like it holds links, it holds images. Under collagen, there's before and afters for days. It holds PDFs. You can send a PDF to somebody at the click. I mean, and a click. It's just mind blowing. Do you know, Jillian, too? Like when they had Jessie Lee, kind of use it and become like their study. Do you have any idea like what it did for her or what that study stated for her?
It's a really good question. I actually don't know if there was a study as such. I just know somebody who was in her team and that she was the trial person for it. It was more just to work through glitches, what needed to be put into it to make it work well, how to improve it. And they do updates all the time. And just to let you all know as well that from 2023, so at the moment it is completely free. From 2023, it will go onto a paid service and it'll be in 3 different tiers. And again, this is why capitalizing on a Teams board that's already been created is a good idea. So don't go off and create a brand new board for your team because you're going to end up paying for it. As a team, using this one here, and I've got some commitment from our leaders because I've heard it's going to be big bucks, particularly with big teams. So it will be a cost-based process. And depending on what it is, we might just say, look, you know, if you want to use this board, it might be that you have to pay $10 a year to have access, and we do it that way. Or if it's reasonable, the leaders have said they'll just pay for it and you guys can keep using it free of charge, no worries. But, you know, I have my own personal board on there as well, which I don't have anybody else accessing. And my understanding is that, you know, your own personal board should still be at a basic plan or free at the least. There is a free option, but I think it's going to limit you on what you can do. So if you stay a part of a team, you should have full access based on the team's plan options, if that makes sense.
It does. And they get access to it. What's the easiest way for them to get access to what's been
let me pop a link in the board. Okay, so I've just popped a link in the chat there. That will take you directly to our board once you have downloaded the Boards app. So once you've downloaded the Boards app, click on that link. It'll ask you to pop in your email address and then the board will instantly appear in your Boards app. You'll have access immediately. And it's all real time. So if I do an update right now in the boards, you will see that instantly. It's all in real time.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Does anybody have questions before we let her go? Okay. Oh,
got it sorted.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're a welcome teacher. It's obvious you were a teacher. You just explained it beautifully. And again, so grateful that you found this and used it and didn't let other people not wanting to use it like hold you back. Because it's such a gift. So thank you.
You're so welcome. My pleasure. All right, guys, I'll leave you all to it. Merry Christmas. Have a great end of month.
Thank
Big
you.
Things campaign. See you.
Oh, you guys, I didn't want to wait. Like, I didn't want to wait to get that to you. So I want to show you real quickly that this also can be accessed through your laptop. So not just, I'm working on it right now as we speak. So I wanted to create one. Hers, when I started looking through it, you just simply go to boards.com and then you'll create a login. But when I was going through hers, there is a lot of information on here that pertains to Australia and to her team in Australia. And some of the scripting too, when I would read it, I got a little confused, and I didn't want that for you guys. I didn't want to just throw something at you, and then as you're going through it, trying to use it to your best, that it would like hold you back because it was confusing. So I have been working on a Team Act one. And it's literally going to have all the same stuff. And there's some stuff that we just don't need. And so like launching a new distributor, literally you'll have a PDF that gives them the outline of all of our weekly calls and trainings. They will have all of our elite contact information. It's a contact info sheet that starts with me and goes all the way up. What to send them. When I signed Linda this last week, I literally went to this and I copied it and I pasted it to her in a message. And I was like, that was so cool. Like it literally is a click, just a click. And sometimes you have to customize a little bit and make sure you remember that, because you don't want to send something to somebody and it says, hey, name. You really want to make sure you catch that so you can put their name in it. I'm so excited to introduce you to some of my mentors. I used this when I put her in a text thread to introduce her to some upline. So use that. But this literally shows you how to launch the distributor step by step. I wanted you to have the steps that we use, putting them in the Team Act page, the groups that we have, the Telegram groups that we have. They don't use, they use different things in Australia and with their Telegram and all those things. So I didn't want that to be, I didn't want you to have to go search for what we had. You'll absolutely still have access to this. She just gave it to you, but I'm also going to give you access to the Team Act one as well, as soon as I figure out how. Just kidding. I can email it to you. So I will email this. I'll take a screenshot and make sure that everybody gets it. And then when it comes to, so launching distributor, but this is where the beauty is right here, the DMO and the, I labeled it DMO and IPAs, income producing activities and taking action, so that you would know in here, this is where you'll find invites. This is where you'll find tools, team, how to follow up. And I literally just put in here as well, the invites that Rachel gave us in the last Zoom for Collagen are in here. So inviting a current Collagen customer, it's in here. Whatever she just gave us, I put those in here so that you have those under invites. The follow-up in regards to Collagen, when they just want to be a customer, that was on her PowerPoint, I just put it in here. When she told you about the new, when we go to product information and you go to Collagen, she talked about that new study. I literally put it in here while we were talking. It's that easy. And then it shows up real time, like all the information you could ever want. When we're focusing the month on Collagen, if you literally go to product information and then to Collagen, you're going to have everything in here, including a couple of invites. And these invites are to someone that said no to other products previously, an invite to your current customer. We have the Collagen experience guide. I have tons of before and afters, written before and afters, video testimonials, scripts for you to use, our 10 types of collagen, the collagen peptides that are in our collagen post ideas, our little what to do before you get it, collagen density, all of it's in here. Everything that someone would want to know on collagen, you have literally at the click of your little finger on your phone. You guys, is this not insane? So all of the products are in here. I even have the ABC Primetime Report, click of a button. I put the 30-day success system in here at the click of a button for somebody to be able to sign up with. All the things. Social media, I will continue to work on this, but this in here under social media is an attraction marketing guide that's phenomenal. Really, really good. 5 types of content that you can post, a training on social media, and then some launch posts for new people as well. Super, super yummy. Okay. And then just real quickly, with that, again, make sure that you register for Rock the Rhythm. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm sure you all are. A reminder that 12 Days of Christmas is happening in Vitality Living. This is a great way. I mean, random people are getting drawn for these amazing prizes. So tomorrow, there'll be 2 Icy Brights given away. So there'll be 3 chances to win: an Icy Bright for 2 people and another 10-pack of collagen. That's tomorrow's. So make sure that you tag people in those. It's just a great thing to do. And then this was launched today or given out by the company. And I wanted to make sure that you knew about this. In the month of December, their goal is to do 3.3 million in sales. Hence the reason they are gifting 10-day collagen samples to the leaders that are doing the Zooms every Tuesday and Thursday this month that highlight liquid collagen. And they are also going to do weekly social recognition of people hitting goals, people hitting collagen cash. They're also going to have on Instagram, in their stories and on their feed, an Instagram gift guide. And the gift guides will be targeted towards like athletes, pet people, all those different kind of things. So that'll be fun too to kind of take a look at and to post into your stories. The New Year, New You bundle. We have 2 groups going. We have a TMAC support chat. These are both in Facebook Messenger. The support chat is for questions. It's just lingo and talk and support and advice. We have that going all the time. And then I started again this TMAC social media shareable so that we can put our TMAC shareables in there, and I don't have to worry about someone coming in and not getting into the other group. So if you want to be a part of these and you're not yet, please reach out to me. But in there today, I posted some ideas for the fat burn and liquid collagen, as well as some shareables I made based on the fact that every Tuesday, Thursday, there will be collagen overviews happening that you can add people to. The company is also, just like we would go into our back office and look at like old customers, people that canceled orders, all the things, the company is doing the exact same thing. So people that have not been on a product for 90 days or more, they're reaching out to those people. People that maybe canceled their collagen subscription, they're reaching out to those people. And they are encouraging those who remove liquid collagen from subscription to resubscribe. They're upselling liquid collagen to True Science product users and introducing liquid collagen to those that have gone 90 days since having an active order. How cool is that? And I printed out my sheet today to start the process of getting those 9 customers. And I just want to say congratulations. We have a lot of people that have already had a collagen sale this month. Christy Spaniel, Cindy Tennyson, Jen Pensinger, Becky with Vale Valley Wellness, Dot Stark, Gloria Brinker, Vicki Meyergard, and myself. So congratulations to all of you. I know that's just going to keep going. This again is the collagen fat burn that we didn't know about, but we did in October. So we've got a few case studies that you can share there. And then lastly, a reminder that I just want to bring you guys together for just some designated time where you don't have any distractions, maybe like an hour, hour and a half, and we work and set a vision for the next year and really put pen to paper and think about our goals. So this will be this Saturday, 10 a.m. Mountain, 11 Central on the TMAC Zoom. So I just want to remind you of that as well. Okay, does anybody have any questions at all on anything that they've seen? You guys excited? Oh, I know, it's such a good tool. And it doesn't take away, lastly, it doesn't take away from the success system. Like this is tools that people can use in the success system. And I think what I'll do too, is I might go back, anyway, they go hand in hand. So while somebody's going through the 30 days and getting those texts, they're also going to be doing an in conversation with other people. And this gives them the tools to just plug and play literally as they're doing that with other people. So I will continue to add to the TMAC one to make sure you have everything that you need. If you have suggestions along the way, please let me know. But yeah, I'm excited and I love you guys. And I think it's so good. Oh, so good. Okay. I want to make sure I get everybody on here so I know that you get added. And if you're watching this on Facebook or someone on your team specifically isn't watching this, tag them in the replay. It's just best for them to watch the replay than have to explain it over and over. Use this as a tool, and then they can reach out to me when they're ready to be added and get boards for them as well. Okay, you got it, Tom. Yep, I'll make sure that you guys all get that. Oh, the shareables group. Got it. I will add you. Make sure I save this chat too. Okay. All right, you guys, let's end in a prayer and then we'll be done. Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for Jillian and her beautiful heart and bringing LifeVantage into her life, and just the true, pure, authentic heart that she has to share and bless other people. I just pray abundance for her business, Lord. And I thank you that there are minds that you created that work the way that they do so that we can be blessed by them, because we're all created so differently. So I just pray in this month of December, we can all just feed off one another's energy. And then our energy and excitement and these simple tools will just be enough to like really shine our light bright so that we can attract the people that we're supposed to attract, so that this next year can be just mind blowing in our lives, and that we can just sit back at the end of every month and day to day going, wow, I wasn't sure if I believed this could ever happen. And look at me now. Look at my life now. Look at the people I have helped now. So help us to believe it. Help us to lean on you for all of it. Help us to not get distracted or discouraged, but to know that everybody has a different journey, but every step we take forward counts, matters, and means something. In your name we pray, amen. Every step matters. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Love you guys. And I will send you all emails for the board. Okay. Okay. Mwah. Bye.